In the 90s and 2000s, it was like anywhere in the world you looked, there were players of pure brilliance everywhere. At the midfield position especially, the talent pool was heavily spread throughout the world, and just watching any of them play looked like pure magic. But there was one from Italy who a pretty decent amount of people actually believed was the greatest of his generation, and his name was Andrea Pirlo. Easily one of the greatest maestros the game has ever seen. With his effortless grace, intelligence, and skill, he redefined the art of midfield play. His vision and accuracy matched only by his calm and composed demeanor, which throughout his career would earn him the nickname the Architect. But how good was Andrea Pirlo really? And how does he rank up with the best midfielders in the world today? Well, let's take a look. Andrea Pirlo grew up in the northern Italian town of Brescia and was completely surrounded by the game of football, already being known as a prodigy in his town by the time he was 10 years old, and would also play for various youth academies before officially being signed with his local Brescia Youth Academy at the age of 13. He would make his professional debut for Brescia in 1995 at the age of 16, and although he was the youngest in the squad, he became a regular for the first team. His vision on the field and ability to control the tempo of the game was incredibly impressive in his early years, but more importantly, he had a strange composure about him. There was never any panic on his face, and he played like a longtime veteran, even dictating his own pace when playing besides grown men. During the 1996-97 season, Pirlo, at the age of 17, helped this Brescia squad finish at the top of the Italian second division, which helped them get promoted to Serie A. And during his first season in Italy's top league, Pirlo already established himself as the best young midfielder in Italy. And his performances would catch the attention of several top clubs, as the 17-year-old who kept serving absolute playmaking masterclasses had all of Italy keeping an eye on him. Pirlo continued to play an instrumental role for Brescia, helping them establish themselves from a Serie B team all the way to a mid-table Serie A team. But that was when Italian giants Inter Milan suddenly came knocking. But despite signing him, the club struggled to find any playtime for Pirlo, so they would loan him out to a couple of teams, specifically Regina and his former club, Brescia. But on his final season on loan with Brescia, the 20-year-old Pirlo would make a groundbreaking change to his career, since he was playing alongside Italian legend Roberto Baggio, who was already playing the attacking midfield role. Pirlo would then be moved down to more of a holding midfield role, and this was when he would absolutely evolve as a player. This seemingly small change would turn Pirlo into a completely different player. As he would get more touches and more chances to control the pace of the game, Pirlo's skills would truly begin to shine. He had exceptional vision, always aware of his surroundings and able to spot openings and opportunities that others simply couldn't. And when he would get pressed, Pirlo would stay absolutely composed, almost never losing possession, with the ability to deliver the ball accurately over short and long distances equally well. In fact, in many regards, Pirlo is very similar to another all-time midfielding great, Xavi. However, the main difference was that Pirlo had an incredibly deadly free kick technique, with range and accuracy that made him a threat from anywhere within 30 yards of the goal. Pirlo was also more than just a collection of skills. He was always aware of his role on the pitch and the roles of his teammates, making him a great team player. And although he was far from being the most athletic on the pitch, Pirlo had a very strong work ethic, constantly on the move and trying to make a play for the ball. And probably the coolest thing about Pirlo's style of play, he didn't even look at his teammates. He would just tell them to run, and he would eventually give them the perfect pass. Pirlo was truly an artist on the pitch and a conductor of the game. With his signature long hair and graceful movements, he could make the ball dance and mesmerize fans and opponents alike. Pirlo also rocked one of the best beards in football history. And if you want your beard game on point, today's sponsor, Manscaped, is here to help. Manscaped is the global men's lifestyle brand that's trusted by over 8 million men worldwide for their trimmers, hygiene and shower formulations, and premium boxers. And today we're introducing the Beard Hedger Pro Kit by Manscaped. The Beard Hedger features a powerful 7200 RPM motor and titanium-coated T-blade that cuts hair in a single stroke and has more than 20 hair cutting lengths and can be selected with their zoom wheel. So you don't have to worry about a million clip-on guard attachments to get the job done. And it's even waterproof, which makes cleaning it so much more convenient. And you can grow the perfect beard with Manscaped's dermatologist-tested beard oil, infused with sweet almond, sunflower oil, and jojoba seed oil. You can also style your favorite looks with Manscaped Beard Balm that is paraben-free, phthalate-free, and dye-free. Next up, Manscaped's Beard Shampoo cleanses your beard and is cruelty-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free, dye-free, and vegan. Plus, they have a beard conditioner that pampers your beard with nourishing oils and antioxidants that helps rehydrate hair and leaves you feeling silky soft. Lastly, it comes with a beard accessory pack that includes a beard comb, beard scissors, and a beard brush. So if you want to check it out, go to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping when you use my promo code Raymar at checkout. That's 20% off plus free shipping with my promo code Raymar at manscaped.com. Thanks to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. But where Pirlo really started to make a name for himself was during the Under-21 UEFA European Championships. He would captain his Italian squad and lead them to the championship title, as he was voted the best player of the tournament and finished as the top goal scorer. This is also when Pirlo would start to be known as a free kick and penalty-taking specialist could no longer be ignored, and he was then signed by the mighty AC Milan. Pirlo began to prove himself as one of the best midfielders of his generation, and his addition was a perfect piece for this absolute powerhouse of squad. He would be pivotal in providing legendary former Ballon d'Or winning forwards like Rivaldo and Andriy Shevchenko with some amazing goal-scoring chances. Not to mention the team was also very strong overall, with Dida at goal, Paolo Maldini and Alessandro Nesta at the back line, and with Ambrosini, Rui Costa, Gattuso, and Clarence Seedorf at the midfield. As in the 2002-2003 season, Pirlo would go absolutely insane, leading Serie A in 4 categories with 2,589 passes played, 2,093 successful passes, 661 successful balls, and averaging almost 90 passes per game throughout the season. He would also manage to score a career-high 9 goals in Serie A, also winning the Coppa Italia over Roma and the UEFA Champions League, beating out Italian rivals Juventus to win the trophy for the first time in nearly a decade. The following 2003-2004 season, Pirlo would also help Milan win the UEFA Cup and Serie A title for the first time in his career. Heck, they even made it back to the Champions League final in the very following 2004-2005 season, this time against Liverpool, and AC Milan would take a comfortable 3-0 lead at the half. But Liverpool would famously make a comeback to force a penalty shootout and win the title, in what is probably the most intense Champions League final in history. So crazy that it became known as the Miracle of Istanbul. But it was in 2006 that Pirlo really solidified himself as one of the all-time midfielding greats, as Pirlo would play in all 7 of Italy's World Cup matches. He would complete 463 passes with an accuracy of 86%, making 15 tackles and created 15 major chances, also managing to score a single goal in the competition as well. He also had a 93% pass accuracy in the quarterfinal. He assisted a goal in the semifinal against Germany and was named the man of the match. And in the final, Pirlo completed 48 passes in the opposition half, created 3 big chances, and converting his penalty in the shootout, helping Italy win their 4th World Cup title. With Pirlo winning the World Cup final, man of the match, won the bronze ball for the 3rd best player of the tournament, and leading the entire tournament as the top assist provider. And the success would only continue from there, as after the World Cup in the 2006-2007 season, AC Milan would once again win the UEFA Super Cup. Then they would meet Liverpool for a 2nd Champions League final matchup, where he would complete 76 passes in the opposition half and create 5 major chances for his squad, ultimately helping them end the season with a 2nd Champions League trophy. All in all, for AC Milan, he would win a total of 2 Serie A titles, 1 Coppa Italia, 2 UEFA Super Cups, 1 FIFA Club World Cup, and 2 Champions League trophies. But Pirlo always felt like he wanted a new challenge. So at 32 years old, he departed his decade-long club of AC Milan and decided to sign with Juventus. But many felt like it wasn't the best move because of his age and well-known lack of physical ability. But the thing about Pirlo was that he was like fine wine. Though his body got older, his vision, composure, passing, and ball control was still very much in his prime, as Pirlo would win the most individual awards of his career after turning 32 years old, because despite his age, he was still able to pick out pinpoint accurate passes and dictate the tempo of the game. His set-piece ability was also a major factor in Juventus' success, as his free kick and penalty taking only further improved in the latter half of his career. And it's honestly pretty crazy. Pirlo won 4 consecutive Serie A titles with Juventus from 2011 to 2015, cementing their dominance in Italian football during the first half of the decade. He was also named into the Serie A Team of the Year in each of his first 3 seasons with the club. He would also win the Serie A Footballer of the Year award 3 consecutive times in 2012, 2013, and 2014, while managing to win the Serie A Midfielder of the Year award in 2012. And Pirlo's passing accuracy was incredible, averaging over 90% in each of his first 3 out of only 4 seasons with Juventus. In the end, Pirlo has one of the most decorated careers a midfielder could ever have. Pirlo played in 116 Champions League matches and scored 18 goals, making him the 5th highest appearance maker in the competition's history. Pirlo also has the highest passing accuracy in Serie A history, with a career average of 89.5%. He's won the Serie A title 6 times, won the Italian Cup twice, and the Italian Super Cup 5 times. He's made over 600 career appearances, scoring 72 goals, and providing over 100 assists, being named the Serie A Footballer of the Year 3 times, and also being named into the UEFA Team of the Year 3 times as well. And certainly not to mention his massive contributions to winning the 2006 World Cup. But perhaps Pirlo's greatest achievement was the impact he had on the game itself. His style of play with its focus on possession, creativity, and intelligent passing has become a hallmark in modern football. He inspired a generation of players to emulate his artistry, and his legacy will be felt for years to come. After all, there's a reason why they called him the architect. Pirlo was more than just a footballer. He was an artist, a visionary, and a true master of his craft. His unique set of skills, traits, and achievements will ensure that he's remembered as one of the all-time greatest midfielders in football history. Pirlo's grace, intelligence, and creativity on the pitch made him a joy to watch. He was a true master of his craft, and his legacy will continue to inspire and influence footballers for generations to come.